Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fake Music Only podcast, the best podcast online for discussing all things EDM. As always, I'm your host, Cole, aka the Big Finicheti, and I'm joined today by my co-host, IMG.
What's up, my peoples?
And for today's guest, we have yet another artist. You know him for his house bangers like Galactic, Memory, and Rika, and you can catch his latest release, a future-based track called What Tomorrow Gives, on SoundCloud for free download. Sefaro, welcome to the cast.
Hello. What's up?
Oops, something just fell off my desk, but that's fine. Good to have you on here, man.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a pretty good week, or a pretty good couple weeks. Yeah, if you followed us on Twitter, then you'd know that we're doing bi-weekly episodes now, so we have a lot more to talk about. We're able to kind of select what we want to discuss a bit more.
Yeah, and not just filler.
Yeah, so we've got the most interesting stuff. So what do we want to get into first here? IMG, I'm going to let you pick.
The Zoo album.
Alright.
Zoo album. Talk about that. Yeah, I listened to him a bit of it. Well, most of it, actually. I had to take it all in yesterday, but, I think listening to stuff for the first time, it's not always, so I had to take it all in. Especially because it's 14 tracks. Quite a lot.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because,
There's definitely some stuff that stuck out to me, though. So, that's good.
Like what?
Okay, so, of course, I've known the song for a while in my life with Tame Impala. That's a freaking insane. Tame Impala is so good. Probably one of the best rock artists out there. Killing it. And then for him to mesh his soft vocal sound with Zoo's nice clean production house, whatever you call it. It's really.
Yeah, I get what you mean. For me, some of the best tracks on this thing were were the ones with the guest vocals. Still Want You is probably my favorite off this thing.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, really I enjoyed the tone of this album, how it was very laid back and relaxed. You could kind of just passively listen to it. I think it's kind of meant for that. But while there were maybe 3 or 4 standouts for me, a lot of the middle just kind of meshed together for me, and there's not a whole lot I have to say about all the tracks. But I will say I enjoyed Still Want You a lot, like I said. And then the last 2 tracks on the album, Waters of Monaco and My Life, I thought closed it out really well, so.
Yeah. Well, about this album, I was really excited when I actually found out that he was releasing another album, because I heard a couple tracks off his debut album when I mixed, my very first mix called The Chill Pill. You can find it if you look it up or whatever. Speaking of which, total self-promo here, but expect something soon with that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is one of those albums where I can come back to it 5 or 6 times and I can still enjoy it, and it's been a while since I've had an album like that. I think the last one was New Age Dark Age, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was a while back then.
Yeah, so I mean, there's probably one in between that I can think of, but I totally cannot think of it.
Wait, so you said albums that you could come back to?
Yeah, and just enjoy so much.
Wow, there's a lot of albums out there like that. I could name a couple.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I am pretty curious what you listen to, as a
Okay,
producer.
I have literally a playlist on Spotify. It's called Incredible Albums, where I just throw albums in there. So one album I want to start off with, which is incredibly underrated. People don't seem to talk about this one. Two Hearts by Dabin. That album is actually insane. I don't understand why people don't talk about it enough.
I remember hearing about that when it came out, but I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not an avid Dabin listener, and I didn't hear anyone really mention it, so I don't think I ever checked it out. But
I definitely think there's a lot of influence. If you like Porter Robinson, of course, and that's what it's like. Influenced by a little bit, and even Madian, of course. But it's also has its own spin to it. It's more of a atmospheric feel.
Huh. So, so it's less of like raw, like kind of synth pop catchiness and more of like atmosphere building stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool, actually.
And then like the production overall is just incredible. I think
Huh.
he has very clean stuff.
I'll have to
And
check
then
it out.
yeah, there's even a couple like heavy songs. Well, it's not that heavy, but it's more, you know, darker tone. Like his song with Apache, Lilith. Probably heard that one. That one's got such a nice blend, especially the second drop. Never heard anything like that. Incredible. And then now the next one I want to point out is Odessa. Those guys are incredible.
Yeah.
That kind of sound I've really been striving for lately. That sound from a moment apart. It's hard to. Well, it's not hard to describe, but it's like it sounds so cinematic in my opinion. But it has their poppy sound, poppy and very realistic instrument. But I think A Moment Apart is a great album to listen to. You should give that one a listen if you haven't.
I can definitely see the influence like that you're talking about, and like
Yeah,
like I'm not too big of a listener of Odessa, but I checked out a good portion. Of that
yeah,
album.
you should listen. They have 3 albums. They're all incredible.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. It's like Odessa is like one of the few artists that kind of like breach out of like breach out of like the EDM scene, and like my friends who only listen to like hip hop most of the time actually have listened to Odessa.
Yeah, because they have like such a appealing sound for people. So I made a video about this, that it's like EDM for people who aren't fans of EDM.
That's
actually pretty much a good way to sum it up.
That's a great name for a playlist, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
also want to point out Odessa. They have probably the best drum mixing in the it's insane. I wish I could have that level of drum mixing, but these guys are probably just professionals. They've been doing it for a while. They have tools that I don't. So
that kind of leads into something I like asking any producer that I get to talk to, is that like when you say they have fantastic drum mixing, I don't exactly get a whole lot from that because I don't really produce at all or like mess around with that too much. So what are some other things that you kind of pick up on in songs that casual listeners really wouldn't notice, like typically?
Maybe how they treat their percussion, which again goes into drum mixing, but like not just mixing it, but placing it specifically, which is what Odessa really their strong point is.
So how the drums sound like on the
drums.
Okay.
Because one thing that's kind of difficult to do when you have a DAW is like trying to figure out what you want to do with your percussion and what pattern will sound best. Because like one easy thing to always do is just grab a loop, throw it in there. But these guys, you can tell they make their own shit most of the time. Well, at least that's what I think. It sounds like they make their own shit. If they don't, then they probably have like one of the best loops ever. But yeah.
I get what you mean. I always like whenever I hear that a producer's making their own drums from scratch and like programming that themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they program. Well, I have no idea.
I like the two that I know for certain that do it are Savant and Space Laces, but besides that, I'm not too sure because it's hard to tell what's like from a sample pack and what's homemade.
I can do that. It's just too much work when you can just grab one or even layer it with a bunch of others to get some.
What's your view on like samples and presets as opposed to designing your own sounds? Like when is it like too much, and when is it acceptable?
I want to say my view of sampling songs has changed drastically ever since I listened to Kanye.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know.
What about like Daft Punk before that?
Daft Punk, I probably should have. Yeah, Daft Punk too. But I used to try and stay away from using large amount of loop stuff in my song, or just use drum samples and percussion sounds. But there's a lot you can do with either sections of songs, because like it's used all the time in like hip hop, trap songs, getting some good samples from unknown songs.
Yeah, because something that I've heard a lot of people say is like a like debate about whether it's cooler to repurpose like a sample and make something new out of that, or to design a sound from scratch.
Yeah,
And honestly, I don't really think there's like a right side to that whole debate, because I think they're both just such interesting ways of improving a sound.
definitely.
Yeah, and they both have their place, but getting back to like the two albums that you point out, they're definitely they're definitely different sounding to what you put out like previously,
I know.
yeah, I know you have I know your song got on like Dubstep Gutter at one point.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, like what was it like seeing your track on like such a large promotion channel?
It literally just happened, and I was like, okay, cool.
You
That's pretty much how it goes.
didn't have much of a say in it.
No, not really. They just put up stuff. That's actually what Dubstep Gutter does, though. I don't know if you want me to talk about like how weird it is, but yeah.
Sure. I mean, I've never talked about like
Well, I
promotion
don't
channels,
know.
like from
Well,
the
from
artist's perspective.
well, my friend Coterie tells me a lot of people know him, but he just DMs him stuff on SoundCloud and he just puts it up. That's pretty much what it all is.
Really? Because like
Yeah.
I know like smaller promotion channels like the Dub Rebellion and stuff have to like make sure they get all the permission. And,
Oh
like,
yeah, they
support.
get like a ton of submission stuff and emailing. It's not that hard when you got connections and you got appealing music. They're gonna want to put that up.
What was sort of your ticket in
I guess it was that Syntheon was also blowing up at the time. They like that song.
so like
You know, speaking of Synthion and like Dreamscape type things, I kind of wanted to bring this point up. What are your thoughts on Dreamscape closing? And to the uninitiated in our audience,
It's unfortunate, like, but I saw it coming. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this, but our CEO at the time, Sam Blanc, he was our artist and our CEO. He left, and I think it was summer, or not summer, but spring of 2018, probably even earlier. I can't even remember, but like, yeah, he left, and then things just started to get slower for some reason. Like, tried to get more staff, but like, it wasn't really picking up like it used to. Like, we still had releases, but it just kind of went downhill.
I
And
know
it
what
just,
you mean.
yeah, it just came to the point where it was like kind of out of our way, out of their way at least, to try and set up a release.
A lot of the times, like not even with record labels, just with anything that needs management. Like if one person that pulls a lot of the weight just leaves, it's hard to keep that momentum going. Like I've seen that happen to like well-managed Discord servers.
SoundCloud is so momentum based. I've realized that now.
But I feel like a lot of people aren't even really giving SoundCloud that much credit, because like the quality is total ass at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to give SoundCloud credit with what's been going on recently. It serves its purpose for being able to put whatever you want on it.
Yeah.
And with having no issues like with Spotify having to distribute shit, but
I've always kind of wondered why YouTube is so is less utilized by artists, because like I know it's not specifically. I mean, like I know it's not specifically for music, and that like takes away from it. But like most artists don't even really have like a channel or anything.
Yeah, it's because, like you said, it's not utilized for music anymore. So I think people working at YouTube realize that, and just the algorithm doesn't really favor people who post music anymore.
Oh,
like
sure.
Especially with Monster Cat, like their views have been going down by quite a lot.
Yeah, I before I actually like, I don't know, sorry, I'm rambling. I remember seeing UKF's views like go way down the shitter in like 2014 and 2015.
Yeah,
That
and
was
it's
pretty
getting
sad.
worse. No, it is sad, but like kind of obvious. Well, not obvious, but like it makes sense because Spotify's coming up. People would rather listen to stuff on there, and so would I because it's such a good platform.
So, like, do you think Spotify is like leagues better than Apple Music, or like are they about even? Or
This is funny. I was having a conversation with somebody about this yesterday about like Apple Music, but I don't know what Apple Music does that Spotify doesn't. I never even like knew about. Well, I knew about it, but like I didn't
see,
like Spotify, but for phone.
see, it's funny because I was in a car with a bunch of people yesterday, and they were like, so who has enough data to play music? And I have infinite data, so I connect my phone and I use Apple Music. And like both the people sitting next to me, because I was stuck in the middle seat for some reason, but they were like, wow, you have Apple Music? What does that do? How does that work? And I was like,
Yeah,
it's just like the same thing, you know? Uh,
Yeah, but you can actually download stuff on Spotify.
I like wait, what do you mean by that? Like you can download the songs like to your phone with Apple
Yeah,
Yeah.
Music
you
too.
can download it, and that means you don't have to use data when you play it.
Yeah, yeah, same with Apple Music.
Really?
Yeah, but no, like I didn't want to play EDM in the car, so like I was using
Oh
data
yeah,
to
of course.
select the songs, and I like Apple Music a bit better because even though like it's a bit of a hassle, you're still able to like take like unofficial remixes and like mashups or whatever, like stuff that isn't on Apple Music, and then put that
Yeah,
into your library.
yeah. The dude said yesterday that like Apple Music just has way more, and it's probably nearly 10 million more songs than Spotify does.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. I know that Apple Music just surpassed Spotify in the amount of people that are like subscribed to it, but
Oh really?
but I always hear people talking about Spotify and like next to no one talking about Apple Music, so I don't know what market they've tapped into, but
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some new iPhones. Shit.
who
Yeah,
knows?
see that's the thing with Apple Music is that the advantage is if you have an iPhone or a iMac or a what Apple device, it's integrated right into it. You don't have to go download a separate app for it.
That's a good point actually. Yeah, it's right there, like in the
Right there.
Apple's
Yeah.
Music app. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like checking my plays on Spotify though.
that's that
Reminds me that I'm actually doing pretty well.
that's true. Like one thing that made me pretty sad and a little jealous, like months ago. So I was like, it's so cool that Spotify does this playlist at the end for you where they show you songs that you listened to earlier in the year.
Hmm.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's really cool.
I was like, oh, I guess I gotta do that manually.
I actually can't wait for mine to show what I've been listening. I already know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be endless Kanye. Like,
Oh, great.
you
Really,
guys probably like don't understand, but yeah,
I've heard some Kanye, just not a ton of it, and it's also like
yeah,
it's like I don't want to say there's like a quality gap in some of the songs, but like
it's very
some
like
songs just have more effort put into them than others, I think, and like it's
that's
hard to
really,
differentiate for like a blind
he
listener.
has a very interesting history, and his discography, and it has a lot of incredible stuff in it.
Can you imagine?
Although I have hated his, well, I didn't hate, but like I haven't liked his past singles. I think he's better at making albums because the singles are just kind of silly.
Yeah, yeah, like the fucking like Roblox
Oh,
or
Yeah.
Roblox.
thing or whatever. That's
That's a catchy song, but it's clearly just a joke.
Yeah,
Not
it's
clearly,
catchy, but
but
it's a
you
joke.
can see it probably wasn't that serious.
it's got so many dislikes on the YouTube music video, but whatever.
Dislikes, damn.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I mean, a lot of people
it
hate
has
this.
it has more likes. It has like 2 million likes or something, but then also like 500,000 dislikes. So
I would have thought it had more because like it's funny. I think it's funny.
Yeah, and then the memes.
yeah, imagine how
Yeah.
great his music is gonna get when he becomes president.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
It's gonna be amazing. I don't know. I don't really care about that. But seeing as that you've been listening to like a lot of Kanye recently, let's go to
Yeah,
something
rap.
that's very similar. A dubstep album by Dirt Monkey called Rise of the Octopeel.
Yeah, Dirt Monkey.
I
Well,
yeah, you go first.
Okay, it's not that similar. I heard a bit of it, but like,
And I'm kidding. It's really not similar at all.
oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were being serious. Okay,
my bad.
sorry.
But yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Dirt Monkey myself. I like how he kind of takes like old school wobbles and then puts like a modern dubstep spin on it, and
Yeah,
that comes out to be pretty interesting.
yeah, that's like really cool. When I was listening to that, I was like, yeah, this is all old school stuff. It's pretty chilling.
Yeah, but when I first started the album, I like my like I wasn't feeling too good about it. I still don't. I still like for me the first two tracks are the worst ones on the album because they don't really do anything for me. But everything after Frog Island, I think kind of picks it up from there. Like Frog Island was really interesting. Just the sounds that were used. Party Pump was ridiculously fun, and the beat was like a single that came out earlier. So I actually had that song on my phone like before the album came out. I still like that a lot. So yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd say like I think I liked the first half, but then the second half just kind of was just all in the same, and it was like,
I definitely know what you mean by that. Like, there was
yeah,
interesting stuff in the first half, but then it just felt repetitive. after that.
exactly. Yeah, and like we discussed this a little bit with Rinya and mass manipulation, how there wasn't. Oh wait, no. Wait, actually, we kind of did. We were talking about mass manipulation and then certain kind of magic, kind of at the same time or whatever, and how you mentioned that there wasn't really a good outro in mass manipulation, but there was in certain kind of magic. It's kind of like that. There's no real good outro. It just kind of ends.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's how it is with like a lot of heavier albums, like
Yeah,
the
that's
Dodge
true.
and Fosky album, like that didn't have an outro at all. But like, not saying it's a good thing, because if you're gonna make an
Yeah.
album, then you should structure it like an album. But
I feel like a lot of EDM artists don't really structure albums with intro, outro, and all that jazz. They just like
Yeah.
put songs in.
yeah, and like
And then,
I don't mind that with an EP, or
yeah,
anything, but like
Yeah.
it does bug me. You're
Yeah.
right. There was one song, I think it was the second to last one, Wabula Retrograde. I don't know if it was like this for you guys or if you even remember this, but the song just ended with like at the end of a drop, like, but there was no like outro like at all, and it just caught me off guard the first time I listened to it.
I
But-
do not remember at all. So I
Right.
don't know.
it ends with a vocal sample.
Yeah, I don't know, but that being said, I'm
The fucking fart sample. This.
I don't I don't mind the fart sample too much. Because I appreciate it when like bass music artists don't take what they're making too seriously.
Yeah.
Because that's just more fun for everyone. But
Exactly.
so like okay, like kind of wrapping up my thoughts on this thing. I'm glad that this album is out because like except for the first two tracks, I like everything on here. It's just not the best thing to listen to from start to finish, in my opinion. It's like
Yes.
you download it and then every now and again like one of the songs comes up on shuffle and it's nice.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, of course. I like when bass artists make like they don't shy away from making albums because like they always just make EPs, which is like damn, you're not going the full mile.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of bass artists making albums like in the past year or two.
It's been getting more popular recently.
Yeah.
I actually like that. Although the thing is, it's really hard. Incredibly hard.
I mean, yeah, like it's a lot of music. Dirt Monkey's actually made like 4 albums. Like this is his 4th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. His last one was just last year, and then he had an EP out in between that. So I don't know. It's, but like you're right. Like a lot of bass artists just do EPs like every year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll talk about this album a bit because I haven't done it yet. But my favorite off it was Party Pump. That one was really cool. I like this flow, and then the beat with Chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Cool.
was cool.
we share like two of the favorites. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were just fun. Like,
they sounded really good and have a good flow to it. And sound design is pretty clean.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm wondering like how much like because of the conversation we just had, I'm like now I'm thinking about like if he made the drums on this or if he made like everything or only half or whatever. This is gonna ruin every pace music listen
Yeah.
that we're gonna have for the next week, but whatever. All right, so I think
go with that.
yeah. So I think we all enjoyed this thing to an extent. Just
Yeah.
yeah, just
We're
maybe
gonna
not,
go over next.
maybe just not the fact that's an album. Let's see. You said you didn't listen to Collapse, right?
No, I didn't.
All right,
No.
then. You know what? Okay. I want to vent about All Emotional Loud by Ray Volpe.
Oh yeah, those.
Oh
A
yes.
little bit.
First of all, I don't like 2-track. Stupid, my opinion.
Oh, you don't like 2-track EPs as well?
No, they are
Yes.
so pointless.
There you finally. It's good to
Like,
have some
what's-
company.
Why? Just releasing 2-track, same time.
Like,
But that's like seems so lazy. If you're gonna do that, at least put more tracks.
I don't mind.
Or
it
just
if-
release them separately.
Yeah, I don't mind it if they if they don't call it an EP and if they call it like a single, like
I feel like just because both tracks are just gonna get forgotten unless you're good.
that's
I've never
true.
seen a 2-track go well.
Now I'm trying.
Good example of this recently, Childish Gambino. He released a 2-track EP, and they're good songs. Well, actually, I guess getting kind of popular because yeah, there's.
You just cut out for a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Did you hear what I said about Childish Gambino?
I heard you say Childish Gambino.
Yeah, he had a 2-track EP recently. They're really good songs. Just like I don't know why it's 2-track.
Yeah, I don't really mind it if it's a single and then it's like a remix of that single.
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind of cool.
Going back to Dirt Monkey, he did he did Sofa Surfing, and then there was a Liquid Strange remix of that was really good. But back to the specific content of this thing, I don't necessarily dislike Ray Volpe. It's more just I don't think he brings a whole lot new to the table.
I like his style. I've been liking it a lot more recently. Like his song "Programmed to Love" was really good.
I don't think I heard that one. But
I think when he first announced the EP, I was like, "Damn, more stuff like that. That'd be fucking sick." But no, it's like, "Oh, I want to do tropical house, man."
Nope.
No.
This I rarely get upset when I'm listening to an album, but this one actually hurt my ears a little bit.
Yeah,
And-
the
and-
samples are really obnoxious
Yeah.
and the whole process.
Yeah, and I don't mean that in a sarcastic it's so bad it hurt my ears. It genuinely kind of irritated me a bit. Without you specifically, I don't know if you guys have ever listened to a Party Favor track, but
No.
basically his shtick is just vocal manipulation, for
Mhm.
the for the drops, and sometimes
Yeah.
it sounds good and sometimes it's a little obnoxious, and this is on the whole other end of the spectrum of obnoxious for me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
listen, I'm this is gonna sound a little mean, but I guess it's good that we're giving another bad review since the first episode.
You're always gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Said the
Shit.
Sky album. Said the Sky album.
I agree. I'm sorry.
We weren't a fan of it.
I wasn't a fan either. I listened halfway through. I'm like, okay, nothing's really bringing me in.
We,
That's when I just decided to listen to more Kanye, and I was enjoying myself.
I like the interlude on that album. I'm always gonna bring that up too. So this guy made a good interlude. Anyway, Worth a Try is the second track on this thing, and it's kind of messy, but the second drop on it was the highlight of the project. I'm not gonna go on for too long about this thing because I don't want to burn too many bridges right now. But I've definitely heard him make better stuff And,
Yeah, me too.
I just don't think that this is the right path for him to pursue with his
That's mainly
his
why
musical
I'm not.
career.
Yeah, I've heard better. Him do better.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Leaf.
So I didn't listen to this since when we first were planning on this episode, and then we decided to move it to this week. So all I'm gonna say is I don't like it. That's it. I'm sorry. You can come on, Ray. Please come on. We'll apologize. I'm sorry.
I'm not
So
I'm not gonna
basically-
apologize, but I'll be respectful. Promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we don't like it.
Yeah.
I knew someone in the landscape knew that didn't like it either. But I'm not gonna.
Oh God,
But yeah.
that's 4 no's. And only
It's 4
no's,
and only 3
Oh,
people
no.
on the podcast. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up, but I just had because like he's pretty much the one like brought attention to it to me. I was like, oh, I'll check it out. Yeah, I don't like it.
All right. Well,
Release and worth a try. I don't know why it has to be so tight. Like it just sounds like really mind fucking.
yeah.
Like in a bad way. It's like yeah, sure. Like that's not what I want to listen.
It is without a doubt unique for him.
Yeah.
So
I think we should stop fucking bashing this. I mean, he's a good artist.
Rocket
He's
League
had
X
a lot of
Monster
good
Cat
stuff.
Volume 4.
Yeah, I want
Yes.
to talk about this. I want to talk about this.
When I first saw like the track lineup for this thing, I got really excited.
Exactly.
Because there really wasn't a single artist that
And
I
I stopped
didn't
getting
like.
excited. Actually, I didn't stop getting excited, but like, I'm just kind of over it now.
Over what?
I don't know. I kind of wish they would stop like releasing these so frequently, and do more. So like in a big package like Volume 1.
I
I guess
that.
it gets more music out, but like it's
Well,
just getting excessive
considering-
now.
Wait, considering that Rocket League runs on a 4 update a year cycle, I guess it makes sense.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's that
Yeah,
way.
I'm pretty
That
sure.
probably makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll get 4 volumes a year, which. Yeah, and instead they just did a big package last year. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I want to bring up, the artworks for all the Rocket League compilations annoy me because there's like no consistency to them at all.
Yeah.
like the first one is like a really like boring, just kind of like this is what it is, which is fine.
Yeah, the first one was boring. So
Yeah, it is, but it it
the
says
second
what
one's the
it does.
best. That one really looks cool.
Yeah, the third one is really cartoony, which is fine looking, but it just doesn't fit. And then this one's like also like kind of serious looking, like the second. So
Well, okay,
Yeah, a lot
alright,
going on in it.
alright. Cole, if you're gonna complain, just then, how about we have the Uncaged albums next to each other and the Instinct albums next to each other? There we go, problem solved.
well,
Mm.
that's
Alright, how about we talk about the songs on this
they're
thing?
consistent. Yeah, that's true. This is album art is boring. Anyway,
You start from like track list.
yeah, sure, okay.
Track. Track.
Yeah, okay. I don't have the track list in front of me, so I'm just gonna go with the one that
I
was talking
am
about.
on monstercat.com, so I can see it.
All right, yeah, sure. What's the first track then?
Horsepower by Muzzy.
Okay,
Muzzy never disappoints me.
same. Well,
Yes.
typically not. I've seen a lot of people like talk about how this is their least favorite of the album for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, because
This is far from my least favorite.
well, from what I understand, a lot of people are kind of tired of this style, but I don't really understand that perspective
Muzzy's so good. Like he always keeps it fresh, despite it being rather similar.
yeah, well, like for me, I'm not really looking for brand new ideas from Muzzy. I'm just looking for like consistent drum and bass bangers, and he really hasn't disappointed me so far. But I know his latest EP, like a lot of people were like, he's not doing anything new. It's just another Spectrum. And it's
Bunch
just
of
like,
bangers. Yeah.
It's just like, well, what's your
I'll
problem
say
with that?
I'll say I kind of agree, because like I love his bangers, but sometimes I wish you would experiment more. Like Lost Metropolis, that's really good. And also his most underrated tune of all time is Timberwolf. That's a really old one, but it's like it's so good.
I know a lot of people like Timberwolf a lot. I don't,
Yeah, like it was so ahead of its time. Crazy.
I don't necessarily have a favorite from him because they all kind of like fall into the same pile. But like I always enjoy what I hear from him. It's like consistent like 7 to 8 out of 10s for me. Like on
Yeah,
like, all this
definitely.
stuff. And Horsepower is really no different. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, but it's fun. I'm you know whatever. It's fun. It's a banger.
Good
It's
tune.
Yeah.
I like it. Muzzy. Always gotta love Muzzy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
that's pretty much my thoughts too. So
Now track 2,
Sure, why not?
Walking on the Moon.
yes.
Infected Mushroom.
Oh boy.
Dude, I find it insane that they have Infected Mushroom.
The
But
fact that infected mushroom returned is insane.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Probably not as good as everyone else thought it was. It's cool that
I
it's...
thought it- No, a lot of people are loving this one, dude. Like, Infected Mushrooms had a really good feedback. Fans.
Yeah.
I mean I don't like it as much as everyone else likes it right now.
I think it's really good. It's a good song. The vocals are really nicely done.
Yeah.
The vocals are really weird, but I do
They're
kind of
weird,
like them
but,
for some
like,
reason.
They got a catchy melody to it, as well as a bunch of, like, out of this world production going on.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah. Oh wait, no, go.
all right, I was just gonna say it's cool that they did like psytrance at like a house tempo. And
Yeah.
and I don't even know what to call that genre.
It's
So-
technically
Oh,
just
trance.
electro house.
Or Electro House. I
guess.
consider it trance. But,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
Well, maybe I shouldn't consider it trance.
I guess it fits that, yeah. But
Trance
then
has a
again,
lot of weird, like, definition.
Yeah.
it's kind of undefined, I guess. But Lee,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what were you gonna say?
Okay, so before we move on, I've noticed the theme with this EP and then the last one is we're using the same genres for most of it. Like this one is like 4 out of 6 is electro house. The last one was almost all future bass and
Who's
future
the-
house type stuff.
Be right without.
Huh.
Yeah. So like I want to see some variety. Like volume 1 and 2 were really good in the variety.
Huh. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Maybe we'll see
Yeah.
that with Volume 5 or whatever.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't think this is necessarily in order with the track list. I don't have it in front of me, but I want to say a couple things about Charge. Well, not a couple things. It's
You're
just that-
skipping 2 tracks!
Oh no.
Ooh.
Okay, fine. What are the 2 tracks?
Okay, so we just burning up and fly. But we can go over Charge first, because it was the first song released off it.
Alright.
Yeah.
For me, I've been a fan of Boss Fight since like way before he got on Monster Cat.
I've actually just discovered them. They're pretty.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Did I cut out?
You said they're a what? They're a something, and then
Oh, like, they're pretty
Caramel.
cool.
yeah, yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah. Like way back in like 2012, back when
That's
like
far.
they were like a trio. They made like chiptune and stuff, and they put out an album that I still listen to a lot. Like that's a very important album to me. But then like since then like they've changed their sound so much, and then 2 of them left, so now it's just one guy. And it's
One
been,
guy slinging a monster. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny to me.
it's been really cool seeing him like actually succeed, like kind of come up from
Yeah.
like a very low position. And I've enjoyed everything that he's put out so far. I enjoy Charge, but it's my least favorite song that he's put out on Monster Cat so far. Because
You can definitely see that. Yeah. Same with me, probably.
same with what?
Same for me. Like, I didn't think he's kept up with his previous releases.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I don't want to say mediocre, but like just underwhelming for me, like as a bass house track. Because like if bass house is gonna be good, then you have to be enjoying the lead, like in the drop.
It's so funny, but this song sounds like a poorly mixed What Are You Waiting For?
Oh, that's sort
I
of.
don't think the mixing is exact.
Huh. Yeah, you're right, actually.
It's the same kind of vibe to it, and structure. It's just like the mixing, sounding's always top notch. And Boss Fight kind of had a interesting drum selection.
Yeah, I like the little like drum loop or whatever, like right before the drop. That kind of helped me get into it a little bit more. Like even though I'm not a fan of the sounds used all too much. But,
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
what's left is okay. So we have Pixel Tear, the Darren, Dougal, and Gamma.
we can go over that one last.
All right. And what? And is there something that we're missing so far?
Fly.
Burning Up and Fly. We didn't talk about Burning Up.
All right. I don't have too
First
much
of all,
to say about that one. So you
It
guys
literally rips off Heartbit. by
Yeah,
Backboard
literally.
Birds. I hated that. I was like, okay, wow.
I
Melody.
I listened to that for the first time at school, and I was like, wait a minute, what is this melody? And I was sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out, and then I went and I looked on the mega thread, and it was like, oh, it's Heartbit. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew it was Pegboard Nerds. It's definitely sounded like Pegboard Nerds, but I didn't know what track it was.
Something.
I'm really not a fan of this song though.
something-
It's just a lot of presets.
Yeah, something that I've come to realize with like happy hardcore and like I is this UK hardcore or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like with all these releases is like it's probably my weak point as a listener because it's really easy for me to enjoy these tracks, even though like I'm aware that there wasn't a whole lot of work put into them. Like I know a pretty widely hated track was like Feel Like This with Darren Styles and Gammer.
Wait,
like,
that was widely hated?
well, not widely hated, but I know a lot of people were like, "This is underwhelming."
Yeah, it was
or-
underwhelming in my
But,
opinion.
yeah, like it was like the vocals aren't anything special, but like I really like that track for some reason.
Yeah.
And same,
I'm gonna say something kind of savage, but I can't. Like, it
oh boy.
doesn't make sense to me how it takes 3 people to make a song that rips off another song, and just uses the same serum. That's
It's Heartbit.
It doesn't make
Darren
sense to
Styles,
me.
Gammer, and Dougal Flip.
yeah.
You just metaphorically shot Dougal in the face.
Ouch.
Really good.
Words. But yeah. So what I was kind of leading up to is I know this track is pretty bad. It rips the Heartbit melody like straight off. And it's all presets, but I have fun listening to it.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fun track, probably to party to.
Yeah. I don't know.
You
I
know,
have a soft spot. Fly.
My UK hardcore soft spot has got to be Us Against the World.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good tune.
Well,
though.
like that.
I like when they go
that's a really
melodic
good-
direction.
Yeah.
Plus the vocals are like really good on that one too.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
If you're gonna fucking like have a sound design like bassy drop, like I'd rather hear some like interesting sound design than like serum presets I've heard loops of over and over again.
Exactly. Because because it's kind of like, what's the point of making like a heavier drop if it's just gonna be all presets?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Fly, I kind of don't have anything to say about. It's like, it's all right, but it's just kind of standard Tokyo Machine for me.
I funny story, I was listening to this for the first time in the shower, and I was like, wait a minute. This is not the Tokyo. Wait, I was like, what? This does not. Like, the intro did not sound like a Tokyo Machine song, really. Like,
Yeah,
vocals.
I agree with you there.
Freaking vocals, man. Yeah,
Oh, wait,
anyway.
yeah, you're right. This is the first time Tokyo Machine's had vocals on a track. That's weird.
I'm
Yeah.
not really sure what happened with this song though. Like it just sounded like not as interesting as his previous releases have been.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a basic pattern he has going on with the somewhat catchy melody.
Yeah. I wanna see more tunes like Spooky, like, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Spooky's insane.
Spooky was.
Yes.
Did you guys hear the Tasoki remix of Spooky?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I remember when he posted it on Twitter with Grant dancing with the RoboChan plushie.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if this is a VIP, I want this now.
No, just Tasoki.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still was pretty good.
It I don't know if that's also a guilty pleasure or not, because it's only 2 minutes and it's just kind of a basic like rhythm rework, but
Yeah.
but I like it a lot, and I thought that it would never get released. I thought it would just be like a festival tool or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the only thing left is the Pixel Terror track, right?
Yeah.
This is probably the thing I have the least to say about. Isn't like basically nothing. So you guys go.
Alright, I'll start
I don't
off.
have much either.
Surprisingly, my favorite song off it, by far. Well, not by far, but like, definitely a song that took me by surprise. Because I really liked it.
I don't know too much about Pixel Terror. Like this might be the first track that I've heard with him. I'm not sure, maybe somewhere else, but
I know they won a remix competition from Boombox Cartel way back. Not a lot of people know about that, actually.
was that like the Hefe thing or Jeffe? I forget how to
No,
pronounce
not
that.
Jeff. There was a... What's the song called?
I don't know, but I remember they put like a remix.
I was in
that.
that remix song.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, it was Supernatural. It was a Splice remix song, and they won. And I don't know why, but like
Damn.
nothing really happened after that. But they did win.
Well, look at that. Hell yeah! Congrats to them.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I remember these guys,
Hmm.
and they made a really good fucking song. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's just I don't know.
They've also been on 99 Lives quite a lot, so that's really cool.
That's a label I have to explore a lot more because I hear it get brought up a lot.
I despise 99 Lives for one reason, and
Really?
that's because of this dumbass friend of mine, or should I say ex-friend of mine, but yeah, he's a dumbass, and he, like, okay, when I got into Monster Cat, he started hating Monster Cat, and then he started liking 99 Lives.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. So then we always had this back and forth about which was better, Monster Cat or 99 Lives. And then he was, I swear to God, one day he was like, 99 Lives is gonna surpass Monster Cat. I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
You're fucking dumb.
Yeesh. All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Labels-
that's why I hate 99 Lives. I'm sorry.
Labels
that's
kill
a weird
friendships.
reason, but like,
I guess.
labels kill friendships.
What the fuck? Okay.
Monster Cat thought genres killed friendships, but it's actually labels that kill friendship.
Yes.
Monster Cat's mere existence kills friendships on the daily. Anyway,
Yeah.
mixed feelings about Volume 4, I guess. Bringing it back on track.
What'd you say? You kinda...
Sorry. I think overall we all kind of have mixed feelings about Volume 4.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it has like 3 really good songs, and the rest are like meh.
All right. Now I get to upload the podcast on the Monster Cat subreddit and be like, Sefaro calls out Darren Styles. Don't do that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Thanks for the karma, idiot. I'm kidding. Please don't
Yeah,
do that.
I mean, I feel like other people agree with me too, because fucking they were all like, "Wow, what the hell? This is literally Heartbeat."
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty understood. That like even
You
though
know, I think Gamer is cool. I've known Gamer since way before. He got on Monster Cat.
Gamer seems like a really cool guy. Like, because he's done a
Yeah,
few he's done a
exactly.
few interviews and I've liked those. But
He's funny.
yeah, but I don't know if I totally agree with like. Well, not agree because I don't even produce myself, so I can't say shit. But I don't really like. I don't like. He's very hit or miss for me. Like the whole Drop EP.
Mhm.
Like the only song that I liked off that was Beam of Light because like I said I have a stupid soft spot for happy hardcore. But Let's Get Crunk and Stay Tonight are two of my like least favorite songs on the
I
label.
can see why you hate those.
Yeah.
Although I'll say the Drop is one of my favorite like banger hits ever.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a really good song,
I don't know.
and I get happy whenever I hear it at a show. So
I'm happy that it exists and it's popular because we got some good remixes out of it. Like, but like for me, I don't have any reason to listen to the Drop like the original one anymore because like if I want to listen to a banger,
it's definitely overplayed now.
Yeah.
But voice crack, but yeah.
that's not.
Let's Get Crunk was kind of bad. I didn't like that one though.
Yeah, I can't do it. But
Alright, but
yeah, like I have no reason to listen to the original version of the drop because the Francis Durrell remix is just such a better
Oh,
version
yeah.
of it for some reason.
there's a lot of things. I don't remember what that one's.
That one was kind of crazy. That one, the Darren Styles remix.
Oh, I love Darren Styles remix, and
Yeah. True.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will argue that to the end of the world.
Argue what? That it's good.
That Darren Styles is one of the best remixes on the entire package.
I mean, yeah. I thought you were gonna say like label or like best remixes period or something. It's like I don't.
No, it's not the best remix period, but when I first heard it, I was like, this is something else.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't remember too much from any. From like I don't remember most of the other remixes now that I think about it, but I guess we got a few good ones out of 2 packages, so there you go.
I think the Slippy one was my favorite. Slippy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That one was really good. And Stone Bank.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of them just kind of felt like edits. Like the Stone Bank one, like it kind of felt like your standard bass house remix, but it was still like a lot of fun. So I
But
enjoyed
it's
it.
Stone Dank.
There you go. There's one. You've got like 2 left, and one of them has
Yeah.
to be the outro.
Alright, so we ended up talking about an EP that was not on the list.
Yeah, I mean it happens. It's just about
Yeah.
musical discussion.
Yeah,
The list is mainly just to like give us something to talk about, you know.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like Hot Ones. It just facilitates the discussion, really.
Yeah. Hot
I
ones.
love Hot Ones. They're
Yeah.
awesome.
I got so excited when the Michael Cera one came on because like the
Oh fuck! I need to still watch that one.
yeah it like the thing is like he's just such a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, like
My favorite one was probably the Mac DeMarco one. That one was funny.
that's a good
Or
pick.
the Eric Andre one.
Wait, okay. While we're on the topic of Hot Ones, have any of you seen the new YWEC music video?
No, I have
No,
not. I didn't know
I
that
don't
he
know.
had new music actually.
Okay, well, he has a new music video with like 2 other people that I can't remember the name of, and it's a parody of Hot Ones.
Really?
Yeah, I swear. I was like, what? It's like, it's just, I don't know. I didn't really, like, I don't know. The song was kind of but I guess I kind of like the music video.
If I see
I'll
Weewick
have
on
to
Hot
send it
Ones,
later.
if I see Weewick on Hot Ones at some point in the future, I'll flip out. But yeah, I forget who it was, but the guy that did the wings backwards, Freddy something, I think.
Alright, so I want to say I know WeWick for one reason and one reason only. I don't know how like long you guys have been fans of Munchkin for.
Oh, the
there's
Tarzan
one-
thing?
But yeah, the Tarzan.
The Tarzan.
Yeah, I don't know why it was just that specific song, but like, yeah, next release is with Tarzan, and like, no, that isn't a thing. What are you talking about?
Wait, what?
It never makes sense to me why like that specific artist would like someone would make a fake next release screen of.
Wait, but I've only been like
Are you lost?
I've only been
Okay,
like
wait.
Alright.
like heavy into
Here,
the Monster
I'll
community for like a
explain.
couple months at this point. Maybe,
Yeah,
no,
you can explain.
more like
Okay,
6 months.
so
I guess.
like, a couple of years, I think it was in 2014, there was a fake, back when the next release thing was a thing in Monster Cat videos, someone on the subreddit posted a fake next release thing that said, it was YWEX, and it was a song called Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, 1, that wasn't the actual thing. 2, the song didn't even exist at all. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of like a meme, I guess.
That, like that,
Yeah.
Just have-
that sounds
Yeah.
like one of those fake tracks that like one of those view bait channels like would put out like Skrillex,
Yeah.
DJ Snake, and Diplo, like Jungle Bop or whatever. I don't know.
Like you could make a fucking fake next release screen for someone like Pick One Nerds or Tristan, which someone did.
yeah,
Hashtag
beginnings.
But no, it's just some random artist that nobody knew about. Like, what?
Yeah.
We like Tarzan. God damn it.
That's why I love the Monster Cat community sometimes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Random
And
shit like that.
MCAT Dab, that was the best joke on the subreddit.
MCAT Dab.
Yeah,
is that
on
just the
April
monster?
Fool's Day, Yeah, on April Fool's Day last year, every post, every post had to have MCAT dab somewhere in the title or the description, otherwise it'd automatically get removed. So
Alright,
for
I
the
like that.
entire day, there was just MCAT dab everywhere. It was
I
interesting.
like that. I'm scared to post in the Monster Cat subreddit these days because like back when I was like starting this podcast up and I put a bunch of things out on subreddits like, hey, I'm starting up a podcast, so if you want to message me on Discord, go ahead. And then like an hour or two later, like I got a message like removed for self-promotion. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Rip.
yeah.
Even though I didn't say the name of the podcast or anything, I'm just looking for people, man. But
This goes back to the eternal debate: mods are gay.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Anyway.
I don't really post in that subreddit anymore often, so.
Yeah. Oh, here I found the song. Hold on, I'm gonna send this real quick.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, we'll watch it later. or whatever.
Oh! Is this the Wayback Hot Ones
Yeah,
thing?
this is. Yeah, hold on.
That's good.
I'm gonna send it to our favorite meme dump here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Old meme dump. Like, I'm awful at setting up Discord servers, but I know I gotta have a
So
meme dump.
we're getting off topic though on this interview.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get back on track.
Alright. You didn't listen to Apex Twin, so let's talk about the Downlink EP.
Downlink.
Yeah.
I had listened to the whole thing, but I was
You cut out. Sorry.
really. It's hard to say what I thought about the CP. It was good, but it also nothing really interesting.
I get that. Like for me, it's better than most of like the Never Say Die and Disciple releases that we've had this year. Like it's way more interesting, and I think it has more personality.
What you mean the EP's release?
Yeah. Like.
Are you acting like the Trinergy EP didn't exist?
Okay. Never Say Die had like a really good streak that started with Space Laces, had Trinergy in the middle, and then ended at Epic. And that was
I think
like,
Twine also had a really cool.
Twine had, in my opinion, one really good song on that EP, but like for most of it, I thought it was nothing too good. Well, it was all good. It was all quality stuff, but it was just nothing that really stood out to me.
Also...
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, the company stuff.
Oh yeah, we actually talked about the company EP on like the test.
Like they did have a really good streak from like arguably Ivory or Spaces Laces down to or
yeah,
whatever. But yeah,
I still got the Space Laces poster. That's up in my dorm right now. But anyway, with Threat, I liked how it wasn't like I don't know. Like it was mostly bangers, but I like how there were a few songs that kind of broke that. Mainly like Medicine, which was that like deeper like 6-minute song in the middle.
Yeah.
And
that was like interesting production. But like my problem with it is it got really repetitive, especially because it's 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard to sit down and listen to it. But at the same time, like I guess it would have worked a little bit better as a 5-minute track, but I like that he's at least trying something that long, considering how popular like 2-minute songs are being.
Yeah.
I like his bangers.
You like the what?
The bangers, like the dubstep stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff you can head bob to.
Yeah. Headbang.
Headbang, whatever.
It's good.
Louder, I
Shake
think,
the
was my
fence up.
favorite track.
Louder was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, hard trap is like one of my fave genres. So
I thought Louder was cool, but it was also really.
I don't know. Something about the vocal sample like kind of grated on me a little bit, but not too bad. I still like it a lot.
yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to go back and listen to more Downlink after this, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. Well, fun in some parts, more experimental and interesting in others.
Yeah.
Better than most like Black Label stuff or anything like that. Like
He did a back-to-back set with Face Laces at his music festival I went to. Fun time.
that's right. Yeah, I remember
Ever
seeing that
After.
online. Maybe
That's pretty fun, but like for whatever reason, Space Laces didn't play Kaiju, and I was really pissed because that song is one of his best.
Kaiju is really, really good.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
but they all just like played dubstep because like that was pretty much what everybody else was playing.
have you ever seen like just a regular? Well, did Space Laces do the intro like that, like the Wizard of Balls intro?
No, not
No.
even.
And,
He played Overdrive for December 2000.
I mean, that's a good one to start out with. I've seen a couple of his sets online because, like, I don't say I stan anyone, but if I was close to standing someone, it would probably be
Cheeseburger.
Space Laces.
No Kaiju, no Say It Ain't So, no Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons is my favorite song from him.
Exactly, that one's fucking amazing.
Honestly, his house is his best stuff. He makes really great dubstep too. But the house is what I get the most pumped for. Like you said, Say It Ain't So, Kaiju, Dungeons, Dragons. I don't know. There's a lot of great stuff.
Right, so that's pretty much that on the family. I think it's cool what he does, but like, yeah, nothing that really blows my mind.
Yeah, it was alright. One thing I noticed is like I said earlier, like it wasn't released on any major label. It was released on like Uplink Audio.
Uplink.
Is that his own label or like?
I have no clue.
Uplink Audio.
Cause like that weird.
They're from Canada.
Ooh. But yeah, cause like I've never heard of any other releases from Uplink.
Yeah, I don't think it's his thing, but like label.
Oh.
It has a lot of artists I've never heard of.
Ah well, good for him for going to a smaller label, I guess. Bring some attention to it. But speaking of bigger bass labels, let's talk about the Ricky soundtrack that was on Never Say Die.
But so
Yeah, Ricky and J Code started. First thing I just want to say is that Ricky has been like, his momentum is just crazy recently. Cause like he released Poppin' like a while back on Never Say Die, and that was his first release in quite some time. And then like in the past like month and a half or so, or like maybe it was 2 months, I don't know. But he's had like 3 other tracks on Never Say Die, plus a remix of a Kendrick Lamar song that came out in that time. So he's just been absolutely killing it recently. Like
yeah, I haven't really followed them much. I'm not. Well, I'm not a fan. I just don't really.
don't really keep up with like the hybrid
I saw him.
stuff.
Yeah, I saw him come out with a song on Monster Cat. I was like, oh, cool.
Yes. Speaking of that, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's ever gonna release on Monster Cat ever again, just because of the
Probably
whole
not.
leaking situation around that.
The what?
The leaking situation. Okay, so this feeling was leaked back in February of this year, and it was slated to come out February 1st, but that was replaced by Push It by Apriska. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Something like that. But anyway, so the release kept getting pushed farther and farther back until it was finally released in April. So
Yeah. It got delayed like a ridiculous amount.
yeah, and it was pretty much the same song.
That sounds shitty because like Mike Darlington was really hyping him up.
Yeah,
I remember that.
it's weird. But
Yeah,
like, and when the song came out, like it wasn't like
Didn't even do well.
it wasn't like hated too bad or anything, but it got like way more dislikes than a normal Monster Cat song. Like it got
Yeah.
what do you stick up? No, I'm kidding.
Stick Up got hammered. Justice
Yeah.
I love Stick Up,
I
and
know.
I hate the fact that they don't like it.
I know, like
they're
Sweat,
not-
Stick Up, that whole fucking album is really great.
Yeah.
But
Even talking about Tremorfields though, he's been doing his own thing, and I don't like it.
like
Yeah, I
Like,
wanted.
That not as good as Monster Cat releases.
Yeah,
Not just because they were on Monster Cat, but the fact that they aren't like as creative or catchy or stand out.
yeah,
I want to see him come back. Like at least release a sequel to New Age Dark Age. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get why you want to see him come back, but at the same time, like, all that's gonna happen is people are gonna be like, this song is weird, and like dislike bomb it. and stuff. At this point, I don't even think Monster Cat would take him back if he wanted to come back, just because it would be a bad business decision. As much as I hate to say that, because I fucking love what he puts out.
I don't think they care much about business. They care more about being moved. But that's what I want to say about Monster Cat. I hope they're like that.
I don't know,
because if it really was in terms of business, they wouldn't have released it anyway.
Yeah, well,
I would have known that.
Well, I mean, I think Darlington talked about this with the AU5 return, but I think he said that why they kept rejecting AU5 songs and why it hadn't released there so long was just because they thought he could do better, and I think that might be the same with Karma Fields. So
maybe.
We were also talking with Dumu on the last episode, and he said that I forget what remix competition that he was in.
It was the Anywhere You Go.
That's it. He put a remix in for that and submitted to it, and someone got back to him. And they were like, "Listen,
it was GQ, yeah."
Yeah, like this remix. Yeah, Going Quantum. That's right. He was like, "This remix is good, and I wish I could release it, but it's not like people aren't gonna respond well to it, so we can't do it." So
yeah, which sucks
really.
because that remix is one of my favorites.
So they just gave him another chance with the better EP.
Oh, well, it's not like they were like, yeah, we're not signing you anymore because we can't release this song, but it's just like, I don't know. Like they knew that they just couldn't put that specific one out because the fan base specifically wouldn't enjoy it.
And see,
that really confuses me.
Well,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Like, okay, here's the thing. Here's why I don't like the Monster Cat fan base lately, because I used to be like a huge super fan person, but now it's gone down, and it's simply because of this attitude that everyone, well, not everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, but especially like the YouTube community has. They don't take the time to accept anything that's different than the norm. They just go, oh, dislike, thumbs down, this sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the weirder stuff does just not do as well.
Yeah.
Like the Ricky Sen release didn't exactly flourish or anything.
Yeah.
It's really weird. He's like, yeah, I can't release this because the fans don't like it. But they've already done that multiple times. When it should be pretty obvious, yeah, the fans don't like it because, you know.
That's true. Maybe if they kept releasing weirder stuff, then they'd actually start growing it like.
See, okay,
when that they used to.
When they announced the brand split, I kind of wanted them to do like a third label, like that was like for experimental type stuff, so that part would have an audience, like, you know.
That's not a bad idea. The problem is
I don't think they should do any more than two.
Yeah, like
they've already had some bad side effects of having another extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already the songs in the Instinct label.
They're literally not getting any good stats.
Yeah, like when I was looking through Dumu's Scarafita, like prepare for that episode, like I was like, hey, check this out, like 100,000 views, 200,000 views, like nothing was under 100,000 views, and then like his release on Instinct was at like 65K.
Yeah,
and it's almost not fair.
It really isn't fair.
Really? I think they should have kept them on the same channel. That's my take on it.
I think so too.
Yeah, and then just the thumbnails, kind of like.
It also comes down to the fact that the fucking algorithm is really not favoring music anymore.
That's true.
Like, there used to be a time back in 020 for MCAT, they had, like, every single one of their releases would hit 1 million within a month. It was really insane for them. They were popping off. But now it's just the algorithm's been fucking them over. Yeah. And not just them, it's been fucking over NCS, I think so, too.
Yeah, I was actually just looking that up, but yeah, like all the latest songs from NCS are like, let's see, 900K, 600K, 700K.
Okay, well, they're still popping off, kind of.
Yeah, they are.
But they also used to have literally 1 million every day.
I think it's also the fact that, you know, like, it's less exciting, because like back when NCS and Monster Cat were popping off, they were relatively like newer labels.
Yeah.
And like and also like artists have kind of left NCS, like, you know, obviously Alan Walker's nowhere near there anymore. Like
Oh, no,
Tobu's
yeah.
gone. Like they've
Where
kind
did
of,
Tobu go?
Tobu's just been kind of doing his own thing, releasing independently. He hasn't really had a big hit in ages.
No,
Actually.
yeah.
I listened to his album, which was, what was it, Sugar?
As an album,
Yeah, his album called Sugar.
he used to inspire me a bit, so that's kind of funny.
I like there were like 4 songs that like I really liked from him. Like this was back when I was just getting into EDM again, like more mainstream stuff. Like, so I liked Candyland and Infectious, and you know, songs like that.
He, like,
I never really took to like his extended discography or anything like that. And I haven't listened.
yeah, I know his popular stuff.
Yeah. Roots did well. I remember that. Remember when that song came out. But that was 2 years ago. I'm looking at it. Oh well.
Yeah.
He could be doing
That's-
worse. He's almost at 1 million subs, you know.
So that's pretty much the situation with Launchpad, YouTube, and popularity.
Featuring
So
Sefaro.
now I guess I'm starting to understand why they really want to get the big artists.
Yeah.
Constantly.
But you know, it's nice, because I do like to see bigger artists release here that I
Yeah.
thought had no chance.
What,
Yeah,
like,
and the new artists. And
I'm,
but
I'm-
the
I'm-
slander
yeah.
show.
I'm wondering if it'll get to a point when they'll like put artists on that like aren't even really like up to snuff, but they have like a fan base, just so that they can get a little momentum rolling. Like maybe Tobu or something, or like someone unattached. But I don't-
Like,
I don't
what do you
know.
mean? Like,
I guess I'm kind of referring to like more of a sellout situation, I guess.
oh, they even like smaller artists to get them to
Yeah,
roll inspired.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, they've already done that multiple times. They've had Seven Lion, Slander, who was actually blowing the fuck up, and Dioro, Knife Party,
Yeah, but I mean like.
like,
Yeah, like, but like for most of those, I wouldn't consider that like them like selling out or anything. That's just them succeeding, I think. Like,
yeah, that's true.
especially with Knife Party. It's like
Yeah, that's a good album. That was really cool.
they're supposed to have an EP out this year, Knife Party, but I don't know.
Awesome.
So Skrillex. Skrillex is supposed to have an album, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't,
Never mind.
have you heard any of the
Everything
IDs? That like
No, I don't listen to many IDs anymore. It's just like when it comes out, it comes out.
that's probably the best way of going about this. Cause like I'll listen to like live rips and everything like that.
There
It
was a
sounds
time
great.
I was into wasting my time away with rips and unreleased, but you know.
I remember listening to Break It Down by Snails and Space Laces like a year and a half or something before it was actually released, and I was like, wow, can't wait for this to come out. And then it was
Yeah.
just torturous for like the next like 18 months because I like
Because you never know what the fuck goes on, and if it just really it's finished, but they don't release it for a long time.
yeah, because like I don't know, and I've also heard a lot of artists talk about how they want to like just have songs that they only play live to keep the live like to keep the
Yeah.
live shows special, which I get, but
Yeah.
I'm just kind of automatically against because I'm not gonna be well. I guess I'm gonna be able to go to more live shows now that I'm 18, but still,
Mhm.
you know, I want those songs in high quality, man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like I was the same way with Heaven Let Us Down. Like I heard the first preview, I liked it, and then I heard the second one, which was higher quality, and I was like, oh, okay, finally, please come out. And then like every Pegboard Nerds release, I was like, come out, come on. And then and then it finally came out. Even though it was the drum step one, I still liked it a lot.
Wait, there was a different version of that track, like
Yep, it was Neurofunk. I'll send it to you
seriously?
later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
wanna hear
used it
that.
in a mix.
That's cool,
so.
actually. What the hell? All right.
Shaq at Lost.
Wait, Shaq's at Lost Lands?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Rhythm Squad.
Alright, boys. Shaq is at Lost Lands.
Jack playing Rhythm at Lost Lands. This is...
Oh lord.
Did you hear about like the guy that came from Lost Lands that was buck naked and he just walked up this woman's driveway and just sat down in her garage, and like police had to come and get him out.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. This I don't know what
That
the
is
fuck he
fantastic.
took.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this could have been you.
I know I could have been. I really couldn't have. Freshman year of college, third week, it like 7-hour drive. It wasn't gonna happen, but still,
Yeah. Could have been you.
still, like apparently they're going through like a bunch of like issues with the weather now or something, and like people aren't gonna be able to leave through certain areas. So I don't know what's going on there. Like
Music festivals can be great, but also fucking stressful.
yeah. I mean, like, I went to Electric Zoo, and, like, that wasn't really stressful, but I only went there for Sunday and then came back the same day. I imagine if you're, like, sleeping there for a
I
bunch
went
of
to
days...
Veld.
You went to
I
where?
went to fucking Veld in
Oh,
Toronto, 'cause I'm from Canada. But yeah, Veld, it was a fucking hot 2 days. Water was just, you couldn't get it unless you want to wait in line 30 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was scary. Although I just left early on Saturday because I didn't care about PJ Snake that much, or Migos.
You gotta see Migos, man.
Why the fuck do I have to see Migos?
I'm kidding.
I fucking hate Migos. I don't like it.
I know.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was talking to this guy yesterday, and apparently he went to a Migos concert like with his friends.
Yeah.
And like the openers were really good, but then the Migos didn't come on for like 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened at Veld.
And then only 2 of them came out because the other like crashed a car or something, was in the hospital.
Yeah,
Oh, that's.
either in the hospital or fucking. Actually, one of them couldn't even come into Canada.
Wait, is he like banned from Canada? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude. They're idols, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Banned from
See, I rather
Canada.
not trust fucking or like rappers that are borderline criminals. You know, I'd rather trust someone like Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino, because they're both artists, like artistic, when it comes to music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw Tyler the Creator live, and he was good.
I saw this one clip where it was like the start of a Tyler the Creator show, and like he was building up a whole thing, like the beat was building, and he was just kind of standing totally still, and then like right before it was like about to go off, like he was like, no, stop.
Who that boy? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
You're all being fucking stupid. There's like 3 mosh pits, and it could just be one big one if like 2 people moved.
Yeah, I think that's kind of part of it, because like a lot of people know he's funny,
Yeah.
so he just does that
But
stuff.
the worst part is in the clip, the people don't move.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know. He's ridiculously funny. I'm glad he's a celebrity.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've gone over all the music stuff. Well, not really. There's still 2 singles, which...
I mean,
Right.
okay. All right, we'll do this in like 10 seconds. Above and Beyond. Actually, hold
It was
on.
cool.
Actually, I've got a little bit more to say about it, but I like that it's 1 drop. I like how I didn't expect a heavy drop at all. I've never heard of Above and Beyond before this because I live under a rock.
Yes.
I know who they are, but I should listen to more of them, especially because I make house music. Kind of dumb.
What like do they usually just make house music?
Yeah,
Trance,
it's like
really.
trance, and it can be house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
progressive house, and even electro house.
Yeah, because
Like what they done there.
like when I saw the cover art for this thing, like when I looked it up, I was like, oh, this is a trance release. It I don't know why, but it just kind of gave off that vibe to
Yeah.
me.
Because, of course, trance. Hold on. Shit.
Leaf, what about you? What do you think?
I like it. Electro trance. It's good. Enough said.
Hell yeah.
There we
Force
go.
not.
10 seconds. Let's go.
All right, force not.
We're not bringing up my joke from the second episode.
Okay. I forget what you're referencing, but I suppose
will send it
I
again.
suppose that's a good thing.
Probably.
But yeah, force not. Tut tut child. I didn't like this as much as I don't know how. because I don't know how it was like kind of weird. It had like BPM changes or not BPM
Future
changes. Like
Child, yeah.
it was weird.
I talked about it earlier. About he makes stuff really clean, but it doesn't like interest me.
Respectful, Liam.
Structure-wise.
There.
Yeah,
Much,
there you
much
go.
better.
Respectful. Yeah, I liked it. Definitely not as much as I don't know how, but I still did like it.
Yeah. And
No, I'm just waiting for the day he makes something like Breed. Or what else did I really like? Hummingbird's good.
just make something. Just make something exactly like Dragon Pirates. 'Cause
Actually, his latest Monster Cat single, I thought that was really good. I loved it.
I think I heard it.
That
I'm
was
not
If
sure.
I Could, right?
If I could, yeah, that
Yeah,
one's
that came out on my birthday actually.
Oh, nice.
That was only my second birthday release.
Huh.
a really simple. It's nice.
Is there a place where you can like check like all the Monster Cat releases to see if any released on your birthday? Because now I'm curious about that.
The closest would be the Monster Cat catalog. You just type in your month and day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the closest. Otherwise, no, not really.
Huh.
There should be someone should make that. If there are any coders in the audience, please make a calculator like that.
Well, now I'm very curious. But we did it.
We did it! Yay!
Excepting the Aphex Twin AP, we got through the entire
Which
list.
I think we should talk about on our secret hush hush bonus episode that
Oh,
may
yeah.
or may not be coming out soon.
Yeah. So okay. So to close this out, I guess we'll give a little bit more details on this. We're planning on still just doing bi-weekly stuff so that we have more time to prepare, more time for music to come out, more time for things to work out with the guests and everything like that. So maybe expect, but what we're gonna try and do is do a more simpler type of bonus episode on the off weeks when we have stuff to talk about that just didn't make it on this one.
Yeah.
So even though you shouldn't expect like a massive episode next
Yeah.
week, maybe expect a little bonus one. We'll see. We might make it
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll figure it out.
so links to everything that we talked about here, all the main albums and everything, are going to be in the description. All Spotify links. So go check those out if you want to support the artists.
Yep.
Sefaro, your links are all going to be in the top of the description. You get like VIP treatment. Congratulations.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Gonna be balling out with her 15 sub fan base. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm so excited, dude.
Yeah, man.
But it's not always about the followers. It's about the fun.
It's about the project, man. It's about the fun. That's
Yeah.
what I gotta keep telling myself. It's not about the money. But anyway, thanks so much for agreeing to be on in the first place. Helps us out. Links to yeah.
I like talking about all the music and stuff.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
Sorry about the confusion. That one was on me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, we got it figured out.
Yeah.
If you want to follow Leaf or myself, our links are going to be in the description as well. Follow us on Twitter if you want updates.
Yep.
Besides that, I think we're all good. So, see you all in the next one.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.